Well, good evening and welcome to the fourth Bristol fans derby between Bristol City and Bristol Rovers to be played this year here at Ashton Gate. Well, the charity to benefit in 2006 will be Children's Hospice South West. Specifically, the aim is to build a hospice at Charlton Farm, Wraxall, and that is scheduled to be opened in spring of 2007. Around £9 million has been raised already for this truly wonderful cause, and more money is expected to flood into the coffers tonight. Well, the Bristol City side is looking to end a run of 2 consecutive defeats in this fixture, and hopes are high that home advantage can count for them tonight. The fixture is alternated between Memorial Stadium and Ashton Gate. They've all been fairly close affairs, but Rovers have had the edge, winning 2 of the 3 games between the sides. The first in 2003, settled on penalties in Bristol City's favour after a draw with a scoreline of 1-1. 5-4 City won on penalties on that occasion. And now taking a look at City's opponents tonight. It's a Bristol Rovers squad that has been hard hit by player retirements. In fact, there will only be 4 players from last year's victorious squad of 16 who will appear here this evening. The Rovers will be hoping to gain inspiration from the presence in the dugout of the Rovers Director of Football, Lenny Lawrence, who's agreed to take charge of the side tonight. Last year it was the Rovers Director, Kim Stuckey. I think even Kim, with his Radio Bristol experience, would admit that Lenny just about has the edge. And there's a rear view of Lenny. And the Rovers squad members who are beginning on the bench. Both teams in a huddle, psyching themselves up. No Bristol League derby since Rovers relegation in the spring of 2001, but the fans of both teams keeping the Bristol derby tradition going. And all these games have been covered by Screen Soccer. All have been memorable occasions for a worthwhile cause. And we're hoping for another fantastic game tonight. The referee tonight is the ever reliable Tony Monks, experienced local official who is known well in the Bristol football scene. Rovers to kick off then. Playing towards the Darling Attio stand in this first half. I'll introduce you to team members as the night goes on. Andy Warren filming this one. My name's Dave Rogers. Rovers looking to attack in the early stages. Rovers' success in this fixture has been largely down to some good, experienced players from the local scene. They've got to make do with the younger element tonight. Will they be able to cope? It's a City team that's been together for a number of years. Just wonder if their extra experience will count tonight. And they've got home support as well. You can hear "Come On You Reds" down below us here in the Williams stand. It's a fine night for this game. Played a little earlier than usual. Still in the month of April. It's normally been towards the back end of the season. Now that's an opening for Rovers. Just a couple of minutes on the clock and a good save by the City keeper, Rich McKinnon, who's one of the joint managers of the City side. Big Red Rich, his alter ego. Away by Simon Matthews. It's forward by Chris Watkins, a good ball. Another strong Rovers attack. Surely they should take the lead here, but no. Rich McKinnon, City's hero once more. Good start from Rovers, all the early running from those gas boys. Ben Williams leaves the throw. Bear with me, guys. I've got to get used to the players. I may make one or two mistakes. We'll try and get used to the players' numbers as the game goes on. This is Robert Bayliss with the throw. Monkey head. Tucked out of play for another Rovers throw.
Steve Lansdown's number 8.
Okay, cheers. Throw by Aaron Watts. City on the back foot in the early stages. Aaron Watts, Holloway's Barmy Army. Here's Monica. And foot up, says referee Tony Monks. The official happy that time. This is City Chairman Steve Lansdown's son, John, on the ball there, number 8 for City. That was well won. Eddie Jarvis's ball forward. Good Rovers defending though. That was Mark Reville. A speculative effort that just bounces off the advertising hoardings around the Wedlock stand. My earliest memories of Ashton Gate, that was the East End, of course, the fortress of the most vociferous City fans, going back to their days in the top flight, 1976 to 80. A lot of big games here against the cream of the football teams in this country. Good days for City. That was Matt Tancock trying to work something on the left. City starting to find their feet after a fairly nervous start to the game. No chances taken there. Ball tucked behind for a corner, which Brendan Mitchell will take. Known as Godzilla, tries to perform so many tricks on the pitch that Paul Daniels has asked if he can sponsor him, apparently. It's a bit of breaking news. Mitchell just tried to curl it towards that near post, but the ball drifted out of play. Header on and the flick forward by Chris Watkins. This is another good Rovers chance. And some solid defending. Dexter Snedden. City left back tonight.
Trying to find him, McCann.
See the linesman, I think. But I don't know exactly, I'm not sure.
Ah, right. right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball bobbling around and a cracking effort. Eventually off target, but another Rovers attempt. Being the more impressive of the two sides so far was Aaron Watts with that attempt. Rich McKinnon to take the goal kick, hoping to repeat his fine performances in every Bristol fans' derby to date. He's an ever-present man in these fixtures. Vowed to keep off the passes in the run-up to the game, apparently. And let's hope he was true to that. We've just been through Lent, I suppose, haven't we? So maybe he could have applied some sort of religious element to it as well. Nicely held up. The Rovers tenacious in the tackle. The flag up on the far side. Tony Monks has acknowledged it. I think that's the correct call. Rovers looking to battle their way through midfield.
The Rovers
16.
No, there's one number. These two, I can't see.
There's the one on here, 26.
These two, I just can't see it.
Okay.
Fair haired here, and this in here. Fair and dark. I think it's under 6 and 8 by.
Fair is 11.
Yeah.
That's 11.
Oh no, not him. Him. You see that's 11. Him. Got a fairer hair.
Ball forward by Stewart. She's been a regular in these games as well, I remember. And good running from Eddie Jarvis. Near post ball. And headed behind for the corner. It's great work from Eddie Jarvis, who's caught the eye in the early stages. Seamill's red. Despite his age, I'm told he can run all game long. He denies and defies medical science.
Oh, he's 10, is he? Cheers. Impossible to read it. Red on the quarters. City one's on to the
Ball flighted in. Greg Davis with it. The big shout, get out to the Rovers defence. It's good closing down by Chris Watkins. City moving forward well though. They like this right side. It's Jarvis again. There's the big man in the Rovers defence. He got the touch but then couldn't quite clear the ball. Robert Bayliss. Bayliss, another new face to the Bristol fans derby this season. Key man in getting this event underway. Takes a lot of work behind the scenes in people's spare time. City throw. Stu Urch with it. Stu Sider. He's a chap who really needs to learn to concentrate on the football. I'm not quite sure what this means, but to stop trying to spot Snow White and his 6 friends on the touchline is obviously a bit of an in-joke, which I can't quite decode. This is Brendan Mitchell, Godzilla, with that big ball in, a well-fighted ball too. And City with an opening there. The header on, fell to Jarvis. And his flick over the bar, but a really nicely delivered free kick from Brendan Mitchell. You don't see too many free kicks played better than that in the professional game. That was just in the right area. Full credit to him. The Ashton Gate pitch looking pretty good nick. The Who will be here later this summer. Not as famous as these guys though on the pitch tonight. Some good, strong running. Watkins. Chris Watkins, who asked the programme editor not to make fun of him. So instead, it's pointed out that he loves his girlfriend, Lucy, very, very much. And I've also been asked to say hello to his mum, Jackie, who'll be here to watch. Can he get a goal for them? Or was a header from around 12 yards. John Filter, Posset Gas. Posset, the old name for Portishead. I know that from our other work, making history documentaries. Posset Gas, there we are. Is not only football, you get all sorts of culture in these events as well. Bit of class. Nicely done. Played away, looking for the front two again. Nice touch on from Watkins. And the big number 9 again, John Filter, with the effort on goal. This new strike partnership. First outing in the Bristol fans derby for big John Filter, the number 9 for Rovers. One of 2 players in the side hailing from Portishead. He's visited 72 league grounds following Rovers over the years. A fantastic achievement. The trouble is trying to complete the 92 these days. If you get a couple of new ones, you lose a couple every year as well, with clubs building new stadia. Everyone apart from Rovers, of course. Been used to that over the years. Nicely held up by Watkins, and then the ball to Adam Craig. Great ball in from Craig. And solid City defending in the middle. Adam Craig making some nice ground on the left there, flighted it superbly. And it was good defending. Getting to know these guys bit by bit. Haven't seen this match for 3 years. Did the first one in 2003. Mark Brimson's commentated on the last 2. Eddie Jarvis, confident start. He knows he's got the beating of the defender, and he scores a fine goal. Eddie Jarvis, been the pick of the City team so far, Sea Mills red. He may be advancing in years, but he had the beating of the Rovers defender, Robert Bayless, there. And City have the lead. I make that 11 minutes in. It's a really good finish. Confident run. Well, a totally different name has been announced to the one I have in my programme. So maybe a lot of these names don't tie it with numbers. Sorry about that, but I haven't got a crystal ball.
Dark hair, Kenny, 12.
Cheers.
Well, I called him Eddie Jarvis. I think it was Gareth something. I'll call him Gareth from now.
Bristol City goal scores, number 17, Eddie Jarvis.
It's okay. Normality has been restored. It was right. It was right. I was just beginning to lose the will to live then, because I was thinking how many other names were wrong. Eddie Jarvis. I'm really glad about that, because he looks like an Eddie. I really had him in my mind as an Eddie, and that was shattering to find out he might be a Gareth, but good finish. Really outstripped the defender for pace and tucks it past Matt James quite superbly. Jarvis again getting a toe in and upended. Jarvis is a real live wire in the early stages. That foul, well, let's just have a look at this. It must have been just outside. It was really close to a penalty. Tony Monks awarding the free kick. Hit in low by Mitchell. Came off the defender. I think it was Ben Williams, the Rovers defender. The City numbers black on red, shall we say, an awful lot easier to read from here than the Rovers numbers red on blue and white. It's just shocking to read. There we go. We'll try and remember who they are. As Jarvis puts that in! Fantastic effort again, looking for his second goal so early in the game. Eddie Jarvis. Well, I've been told he needs a few bionic replacements, such as his age, but he's showing no signs of that. Fantastic performance already, shaping up into a contender for man of the match, and that was a brilliant effort from long range, lobbing the goalkeeper straight off his line and just hit the roof of the net. And Rovers, who had some great chances in the early stages without taking any, are having an awful lot of defending to do now. Bristol City, first team, of course, on a tremendous run, having been in the relegation places as recently as February. Just 6 points from a playoff position now, and if the season was a fortnight further hence, the season's end, I should say, was a fortnight further hence, they'd be really fancying to get into that top six. May just be a little too much for them to do with only 9 points to play for, but a terrific end for Gary Johnson's team. City with the corner again. Rovers encamped in their own territory, but again, well, it looked like the ball was going out, kept in at the near post, and then John Lansdowne battling. Not the best of crosses, two Rovers defenders going up for it. The men in blue and white finally with a chance to get the ball away.
Yeah.
7.
Cheers.
11 now.
It was Dave White. It was just a little too far ahead of him. The Rovers number 7. Slip, giving Rovers a chance. Well, it needed to be played early to Adam Craig, and unfortunately for Rovers, they couldn't quite find the pass. It was Ben Wiltshire who had the opportunity. Wiltshire needing to close down now, which he does well. Comes away. And a nice ball with the left foot. Played to Filter. Filter brought down. Rovers free kick. The big man who's made the trip inland tonight from the Bristol Channel must be already yearning for the seaside. Ben Wiltshire then, Gas Focus his moniker. Another BFD debutant tonight, but one of the older players in the Rovers squad. Although he's just 23 years old, it's a real turnaround from previous Bristol fans' derbies when Rovers have really had some strong experience. They've got some defending to do here. was a good challenge. Simon Matthews, Radstock Gas. Got an important foot in there, with City looking to increase their lead. City with a few corners now in this game. And goalkeeper flapping a bit of the near post from Mitchell's corner. This is Jarvis. Ball in from Tancock and, well, a confident header.
6.
Aaron Watts, the defender. On another day, may have been an own goal, but good work between defender and goalkeeper. His alter ego, Holloway's Barmy Army. Ian Holloway, always warmly received here at Ashton Gate, of course, in his long career as a Rovers player. Made many friends in South Bristol. Throw quickly taken by Watkins. Just a little breakdown in communication there. The ball didn't find Adam Craig. And Rovers, who really opened City up in those early stages, looks set to run riot. Well, it's been far from that. City now looking the more settled of the two sides. Coming forward again here. Lansdowne. Good Rovers defending. Simon Matthews advancing to win that tackle. Jarvis again showing those silky skills. Takes a free kick himself. Brendan Mitchell. Back to Greg Davis. Mitchell again. Ball inside. Lansdowne unable to control it. Rovers building on the far side, and Lansdowne gets a tackle in. Well, that may be one for the big man, Filter, to take. Crowded out, but... well, not got a great deal of pace, John Filter, but difficult to knock off the ball, and a deft touch on the ground. And Tony Monks awarding the free kick. Not happy with the attention shown to him there by the City defence, and perhaps an opportunity here for Rovers to get back on level terms. Here's John Filter. Good power in the shot, but always going over the bar. Wonder if he'll be off to Accrington Stanley next year to increase his tally of league grounds. Looks like Rovers will be missing out on the playoffs now, and Accrington sealing their conference title win last weekend. And keen-eyed viewers would have noticed an ex-Rovers player who assisted them in that, Justin Richards, who missed a twice-taken penalty. Memories of him not being able to score for Rovers to save his life. Rovers making an early substitution. Ben Williams, Portishead Gas coming on for Dave White. And the familiar voice on the microphone is the well-known voice of Keith Valle, who was for many, many years the Rovers PA man. Tail end at Eastville, I think, and then really throughout the Twerton years and the start of the Memorial Stadium era. Fantastic local character. Good to see him again as Rovers look to get that equaliser. The ball going just behind. Shot on the edge of the box. And it was the new man who's just come on, Ben Williams. Another Portishead man. Known as Portishead Gas on the forum. Appeared as a reserve last year, so substitute again this time, but an early chance to show what he can do.
None of that made any sense.
Matt James clears. It's hooked away by Ben Palmer. That's a useful ball in just ahead of the on-rushing Paul Green.
City forward, is that 9?
Far side.
Next chance, yeah.
Nine.
Wiltshire's ball forward, cut out. That's a useful pass in by Mitchell. City bearing down for their second, but an excellent tackle. As the big City forward, Paul Green, want to add further woe to the Rovers' goal. Chris J winning the corner.
Big launches.
Yet another City corner then. Really looking to rub Rovers' noses in it. 28 minutes on the clock, heading low. Rovers at pains to get it away. Craig can get his clearance in, and what a goal! It's Lansdowne, the chairman's boy, has made it 2-0 to Bristol City. Fantastic goal, as good as any, I would imagine, in this series. Craig only partially cleared, and John Lansdowne, known simply as Jono on the forum, the Nigel Clough of the City team, not because of his footballing abilities, but due to the fact he always gets picked because of who his dad is. How can you drop the chairman's son? But he certainly showed he deserves his chance there. All sorts of changes going on. On for Rovers comes Gareth Ball, and on for City, Wayne Macy. Matt Tancott, the man to go off for City. Early touch for Gareth Ball, the new Rovers arrival. This is Filter. Good run into the box, but a equally strong challenge denying him. Rovers really need to get back into this game before the break. That wasn't so far away. It's gone behind for the corner. Some good defending from Nick Lynch in the middle of the City defence. The most recent intervention. A good interception earlier in the game, I remember as well. The big dark-haired lad in the middle, number 12 for City. And the corner failing to test him there, going directly out of play. Rovers now ringing the changes, almost like a Sven-Göran Eriksson England friendly. And Mike Greenhill. Mark Reville coming on. Rob Bayliss and Adam Craig are making way. Forward by Wiltshire. Shooting chance on the edge of the box. It was Gareth Ball with the effort.
Easier doing Ivory Coast against Congo. It's easier doing Ivory Coast against Congo than
That's a chance! Oh, off the woodwork! Rovers so close there. It was Big John Filter. And the ball played behind by Ben Wiltshire. Well, how close were Rovers there to opening their account for the night? It's John Filter, who's looked a threat all night. His header, though, crashing off the post. City still 2-0 up. I must be a bad omen for Bristol Rovers. They've won the 2 derbies when I haven't been here, and lost the first one when I commentated. I'm back tonight. I'll be the Jonah. I'll be thrown off the gantry, I think, by the Rovers boys if they fail to get back into this one. But a long way to go yet. We're only just over a third of the way through the game. Strong challenge from Wiltshire on Stewart. Stewart with the throw, played down this right side. It's Jarvis, got away from Aaron Watts. Jarvis with the ball in brilliantly, and good defending at the near post from Rovers. I think it was Richard Gregory. City producing most of their best work down this right side. Good work there from James Goodlett. Corner flighted in, another good delivery. Some good set pieces from both sides here at Ashton Gate tonight. Stewart's with that ball in, no one could get on the end of it, and it's sailed through to Matt James. Hannum Gassed. So Rovers throw. And Greenhill looking at Chris Watkins, but Watkins falling over, to the delight of the City fans below us here on the Ashton Gate gantry. It's a good Rovers move, kept possession well there. Has it just gone out now? Well, the ball stayed in initially, but turned behind. That first ever Bristol Fans Derby, 350 fans at the Memorial Stadium, played then in aid of North Somerset Men Cap, GWRFM Bristol Kids and the Bristol Rovers share scheme. Gareth Wolbioff, I remember, a fine header, taking the lead for Rovers, and then City's equaliser from striker Pete Rowe for a 5-4 City victory and an exciting shootout. Jeff Twentyman, the Rovers legend and Radio Bristol chief sports editor, the referee that night, and we had a joke at how lenient Jeff was. I don't think he awarded more than 3 free kicks all night. He kept the game flowing, and it's all about the crack on a Friday night. Forward by Ben Palmer. City attacking again. Palmer gets it back. And again, Ben Palmer, left-footed ball in. And it may open up for Jarvis, looking for his second. Took it early. Matt James held on to it well. Member of the Forum Derby Committee, Matt James, ever present this season for the Rovers side. And one of 12 players in the Rovers side making their Bristol Fans Derby debut at Ashton Gate tonight. I must admit, I don't remember too many from that game 3 years ago. It's a totally different side for Rovers, really reflecting the mass change at the club, first team level, these last few years. eventually Aaron Watts wins the free kick. It's a strong player, the Rovers number 6. Along with Simon Matthews, Dave White and Chris Watkins, Aaron, one of only 4 players in the Rovers side who played in this game at the Mem last season. Ball played in and it'll go behind for a Rovers corner. Just under 8 minutes to the break. It's a good friendly atmosphere amongst the fans of both teams here. Watkins corner, it's over the keeper. Chance for Rovers here, surely. City remain strong at the back. Eventually away by Brendan Mitchell, helping out the defence. Another good set piece. It's been a feature of this first half from both teams. It's fallen to the danger man, Jarvis. Rovers cannot allow him too much time on the ball. It's a very useful player indeed. Wiltshire doing his best, but Jarvis coming away again. He's the toast of C Mills. Takes a free kick quickly. And not a bad effort from Mitchell. It's another who's impressed in this first half an hour or so. Clearance by Ben Palmer. Watts in strongly for Rovers.
That's what they're supposed to be.
Jarvis making his presence felt again. He's quick. And it was a strong challenge from Mark Reville, one of the Rovers subs who's come on. City making another change. Pete Rowe, who scored in that first Bristol fans derby. I just mentioned it, got the equaliser at the Mem that set up the penalty shootout. He's on now for Brendan Mitchell. In this City side that leads 2-0 as we approach the half-time break. Chance for Lenny Lawrence to regroup, have a word with the troops and see if Rovers can launch a stunning comeback in the second period. Comfortable header away, but it's only fallen to Gareth Ball. His attempt charged down. Battling from Mike Greenhill. Greenhill number 1, he's known as. Along with Richard Gregory, the Rovers number 3, the Forum sides, Laurel and Hardy, never far away. The only thing his teammates can't decide is which one is Stan Laurel and which is Oliver Hardy. A rather scary prospect. Overhead kick, looking for Filter, the closest Rovers man to scoring thus far with that header that came off the woodwork. Rovers looking to trouble the scorers for the first time as we head towards the half-time break. Positive run down the right, filter in there again, just too much for him though. Tried to connect just beyond the far post. But too much there even for Posset Gas. No way through for Chris Watkins. The flag is up in favour of Rovers. That far side, down below the Dolman stand. Good city break again. Defending solid enough though from Mark Reville. Denying Pete Rowe, looking to get on the score sheet again in the fans' derby. This is Jarvis. It's a nimble, fleet-footed winger. And he's won yet another Bristol City corner. Played short. Trying to work something with Sam James. Did the ball stay in play? Just said the linesman on this side. Into the last minute in this first half. City still pressing, but Rovers defiant there.
Steve Lansdowne is the profile player, okay? John Lansdowne.
Okay. Looks a foul and was given by Tony Monks. It was Lansdowne who clattered the Rovers man. Taken by Aaron Watts. Header on by Filter. It's a good one. Chris Watkins couldn't do any damage to this City defence that rode its luck a bit in the early stages, but has looked ever more resilient as the game has progressed. This is Jarvis. Good ball again. Pete Rowe forward, linking with Jarvis once more. Gets it in, such a positive player. And defending at the near post once more from Aaron Watts. Despite being one of the youngest in the Rovers side, Aaron also one of the tallest. Very handy before a game when you have to put the nets up. I'm told it's one of the main reasons he's in the side. That extra height, so vital. Nick Lynch helping it forward. And have to agree with that decision. Foul by Mark Reville, one of the older players in the Rovers team. free kick in the dying moments of this first half. It was Lynch tried to play it back into the danger zone, but Rovers looking to break now. Tony Monks calls a halt to proceedings. City leading by 2-0. The second really was a special moment for John Lansdowne. Fantastic strike. It beat Matt James, all ends up. Beautiful goal at the Wedlock end. And that has really put the seal on a fine City performance. Rovers looking the more impressive in the early stages, but City fully deserving their lead. Rovers' best moment coming when John Filter hit the post with a header, but City way on top territorially, and it's going to take a big Rovers comeback if they're to forge away back into this fourth Bristol fans derby. Half time here at Ashton Gate. City 2, Rovers 0. Welcome back then to second half here at Ashton Gate. City leading 2-0 from that first period. Goals from Jarvis and Lansdowne. The difference between the sides. City now playing towards the Carling Attio stand, the new East End, if you like, where all the most raucous fans gathered on match days. Rovers really do need something big now, and just flashing off the striker there in the middle. It's a good ball in from the left, and the header looked to be a lot closer than was eventually the case. Well, it might just be angled into the corner for a moment. But no joy for Rovers' Gareth Ball. Ball in again. Confident start to the second half from Rovers, but that one's safe for big Rich McKinnon. His joint player manager not involved in the playing side tonight, but Tom Ford. City keeper Rich McKinnon said before the game that he was hopeful home advantage would bring City victory. Disappointing for the Reds to have lost the last two derbies because, as he said, they'd gone very close on both occasions, but was really confident this year the City had a team capable of winning. And well, they are in pole position to achieve just that at the moment. Just a word about the charity in question. This proposed new hospice at Wraxall. Clearly there is a need for a new children's hospice in the southwest. At present, the only children's hospice in this region is Little Bridge House in Barnstable in Devon. That caters for 200 children and their families in a year. However, there are 800 children in the area who need hospice care, so a vitally important project. And anything that can be done towards that goal is time and money well spent. That's a really useful through ball. Looking for Filter, his touch on to Chris Watkins, and just goes out in the end for the throw. Filter using his strength well. Back into the middle now to get on the end of this throw. Can Rovers work the ball across? Watkins with a header. Didn't reach the Rovers number 9 though. Nicely played by Sam James. Just checks inside. Got away by big Aaron Watts. It's a good touch. Nicely played by Simon Matthews. Filter looking to win the corner. Just a word about Matthews, who played that ball forward. Terrible dress sense apparently, much like a tramp. However, he does say that he lives in a real house with real walls. So he says. Has anyone ever been there? Useful ball in, collected though by Rich McKinnon. Watts with 2 headers and then the clearance cannoned away. Nice turn by Gareth Ball. A useful pass too, spreads the play out left.
It's a number like 2 left side. 2 darker on the left.
City on the break again though. Looking to catch Rovers on the counter. What a good tackle that was. Excellent piece of defending from one of the most impressive Rovers players on the night, I think, Aaron Watts. Ball played into the near post and Kinnan there for City. Safe pair of hands. Just gathering the ball under pressure. City on the attack now though, and it's Eddie Jarvis skipping away from one challenge. Still he's got the ball, keeper needs to get back on his line. Well, he's turned it, given City a great chance here. Good defending there though. Well, Matt James there leading a bit of a charmed life in a Rovers goal. Trying to get back between the sticks. Made a rather desperate save. City unable to turn home the loose ball in the form of Wayne Macy. A City utility man. He boasts that he can play in any position on the field, but I'm told the reality is that he's pretty poor in all of them. At least he's consistent wherever he takes the field. It's all tongue-in-cheek stuff, isn't it? I don't mean it really. Close to giving City a 3-0 lead there. Tony Monks having a good game in the middle. See a lot of him at the Memorial Stadium on match days, covering Rovers. And like all good refs, whenever a decision is made by the man in the middle, they all stick together, back each other up. And Tony's no different, bless him. But he does a good job with us, delivering the team sheets to all parts of the ground, including the TV gantry, so he keeps us informed on the latest mega stars to visit in the 4th division. Filter looking to bustle his way through. Quite a handful to defend against at the moment. City doing that quite nicely. Rovers looking to make a couple more changes. There's 2 guys we've seen before. City on the attack. Sorry, beg your pardon, Rovers on the attack meantime, but yeah, Rovers looking to make a couple of changes on. About to come Adam Craig and also Keir Underhill, sporting the headwear. So they've had a break and they're raring to go once more. Adam Craig taking up that position again on the left side of the Rovers attack. Underhill in this half now playing on the right. He was on the left, wasn't he, when he started? Joining the Rovers attack for this free kick. Filter with a header. Only into the arms, though, of Rich McKinnon, who's been solid in goal for Bristol City tonight. Jarvis, their star man, causing Rovers problems once more. Flighted corner, near post flick on, and finally collected by Matt James. The last league derby here between Rovers and City, December 2000, Sky game. Rovers took the lead, I remember, in the opening minute or so through Marcus Bignett. Still remarkably playing for Queen's Park Rangers. Who would have thought that? He seemed to be on his way down then, but still up in the Championship. The City recovered to win 3-2. I think Beadle was among the goals for City. I remember Martin Cameron got one for Rovers. Can't remember the other City scorers. Tried to blot them out of my mind, to be frank. Rovers on the attack here. And good work again from big Rich McKinnon. But better signs here for Rovers. Starting to take the game to City in the second half. 10 minutes played already, though, since the break. Our Rovers need to find a way back into this game. It's a really good corner, but, well, good goalkeeping initially, and then McKinnon dropped it. Almost doing a Tim Wiese in the Champions League for Werder Bremen against Juventus. I think Rich has got a few more pounds on him than the German goalkeeper. Probably all those passes, I would have thought. Shooting chance on the edge of the box, and took it quite early. And the shot going just wide. Good effort, though. I think it was Richard Gregory.
Defender on the far side, I think it's 3. I think it's 3, yeah?
It's 3, yeah. Yeah, confirmed there's Rich Gregory with that long shot. Also making his debut in this fixture this year. Part of that Laurel and Hardy double act that we mentioned in the first half. And confirmation of this colourful occasion. Is that a City balloon, a Rovers balloon, and well, one for England, we'll say. This game will be featured on ITV West's Soccer Night programme. Jed Pittman has asked for the tape. The courier is alongside us on the gantry. It will be taken straight to the television studios directly after full time. It's around 11 o'clock tonight. Good profile for this very, very worthy fixture as Rovers make 2 further changes. City likewise. And it's a rest for Eddie Jarvis, who's had a terrific game for City. Number 16, Nick James, coming on for City. Dave White back on for Rovers, as is big Rob Bayliss, Monkey Heed. Keen viewer of Peter Reid, I know, on Sky. Big Rob Bayliss. Surely he couldn't have made that name up for himself, Monkey Head. Apparently quite proud of it. Well, City done little as an attacking force in this second period. They'll be happy with the scoreline remaining at 2-0 in their favour, though. Useful ball forward from Sam James, and it's breaking kindly for City. And what a fine tackle on Pete Rowe. It was Aaron Hunt again. Not Aaron Hunt, Aaron Watts. Has played very, very well for Rovers, Aaron Watts. I'd say at this stage he's their man of the match. The flag is up on this side against Filter. Well, what a story that would have been. Pete Rowe looking for another goal in this fixture. City Party have been hoping that his twinkle toes would work their magic again this evening. Well, they nearly did that, but they reckoned without Aaron Watts, the rock-solid Rovers defender. Bit of confusion there between Craig and Bayliss, and City looking to break down the right. Just too far ahead of Filter. Well, I mentioned the first ever fans derby. Then in 2004, Rovers were the victors. And again, it was Gareth Wolbioff, the Rovers goal hero. The only man in blue and white to score in either of the first 2 fans derbies. Was here at Ashton Gate. Game dominated by Rovers, really should have won by more than the 1 goal scored by Wolbioff midway through the second half. Well taken shot from near the edge of the Wedlock penalty area. Designated charity that year was the Evening Post 1 in 4 campaign, who received in excess of £5,000 from this event. A fantastic achievement. Away again by Aaron Watts. No sign of him being substituted, and I think it would be a case of Lawrence out from the Rovers fans here if that was to be the case. He's been a real star for Rovers at the back. And then to complete the roundup, last year Rovers winning 2-1. Sunday the 8th of May, 50th anniversary of VE Day in actual 51st anniversary of VE Day in actual fact. Let's get it right, 50th, I'm thinking of D-Day, 50th anniversary of VE Day. As Rovers make yet another change Well, finally Watt's going off, and you can feel the discontent amongst the Rovers fans. Lenny Lawrence looking a worried man down there. He's taken the Rovers star man off. And living on borrowed time, I would say, in that hot seat. Rare City attack in this second period. Yeah, Rovers beating City 2-1 last year. Rovers on the attack. No joy for Dave White. Whitey Gas. How did he think that name up? Let's think, he's a Rovers fan, his name's Dave White. Here's White again. Disappointing effort in the end, with the left foot, a sense not his strongest. The Rovers chairman Jeff Dunford watched on from the executive boxes last year, while his counterpart from City, Steve Lansdowne, was attempting to guide his team to success from the away dugout. Kim Stuckey leading the team that year, and Richard Walker of Rovers and Scott Murray of City running the lines. My phone's ringing, but I'm doing a live commentary, so it'll have to ring and go into answer phone mode. Both sets of players went through the traditional pre-match warm-ups last year, and Rovers reserve Keir Underhill, who's had 2 spells in this game tonight, sporting the woolly hat, took on the mantle of the Rovers mascot, Captain Gas. City making another change. Back on comes Brendan Mitchell. Some useful moments in the first half. Chance for Rovers to get back into it. And it was Craig with the effort. Charged down though. Rovers the better side again last season. Opening goal of the game just before the hour mark. McKinnon miscued a clearance straight to Watkins, Chris Watkins, who's involved tonight. The Rovers number 10 composed himself before knocking the ball into an empty net. John Lansdowne, who scored that fantastic goal in the first half, fired wide from 30 yards for City, while Aaron Watts, the star man in my book for Rovers tonight, rifled a shot against the post for Rovers with 85 minutes on the clock. And then right at the death, City got themselves back on level terms when Brendan Mitchell, another man just to come back on tonight, headed home from a Griffiths corner. Although with 7 minutes of stoppage time to be played, incredibly, the drama was far from over. Penalty shootout was looming, but a break forward from Rovers saw David White sprint clear of the static City defence. And what a fine winning goal it was, past the helpless McKinnon in the City goal. So dramatic finish. Can Rovers mount something similar here? Well, they're doing their best, but City remaining solid. And last year, £6,000 raised for the Froome Opportunities Group and the Babe Appeal. Okay, so we're up to date with the history of this game, but in the present, it's City who are looking to level the series. 2 wins each. They continue to lead 2-0. City ringing the changes now as Matt Tancock rejoins the action alongside Paul Green, BS3 red. You can Congratulations must go to Paul, actually, on the arrival of his new child. Happy news. And the City lads are ready tonight. We could just have a look at the City number 9. He's about to come on again, I think, just waiting for his moment. But yeah, Paul Green, new father, and if the City lads win tonight, he's apparently hoping that the prize is a packet of condoms, which will, I would imagine, show him the error of his ways, how careless he was. May come back on, we're not quite sure yet. Probably had one or two sleepless nights, probably had a bit of kip in the dugout, I would have thought. Rovers looking to build still. There's hope. The goal hero of last year, Dave White, with that dramatic winner for Rovers, bearing down on the City goal there. And he's won his team a corner, just over 20 minutes remaining. Ball flighted towards the penalty spot area. And the header easily collected. Ball bouncing around the edge of the centre circle. And free kick given. Yeah, the foul committed by Gareth Ball, who was the player who got the most recent goal attempt in for Rovers. It's Mitchell, the set-piece specialist, floating that one in. This is White. Gets it back from Ball. Useful Rovers move, but good work from Nick Lynch. Rovers managing to stay onside, needs a strike here. Great City challenge. It really was, with a chance opening up for Rovers there. Ball played wide now. And James need to test the keeper more. Rovers not getting enough shots on goal. Needed to be a bit more decisive there, really. Allowed the defender to make the challenge, and another chance went begging. Time firmly against Rovers now. That's nicely played though by Gareth Ball. Filter goes on a run, wins the corner. Well, he's not the paciest, but he's strong and difficult to knock off the ball. And City man who made the challenge has gone down and needs some treatment. Sounded quite nasty. City just 18 minutes away from victory. They're using their squad rotation system well. The player down is Ben Palmer. Ben plays anywhere in defence. Getting back on his feet now. Taken by McKinnon. Yeah, Ben liking the feeling of playing at Ashton Gate to that of a kid at Christmas. And his teammates were hoping that he proves as generous to the Rovers strikers as it is when it comes to buying around. Case of short arms and very long pockets, given to understand. Back on his feet and in the action. Probably first away at the end of the game after his drink has been given to him. Rovers on the attack now. This is Filter. Not quite got the pace to get away initially. But he's a robust leader of the line, and it's White, David White. It's a fine save. And White looking for his second goal in these fixtures. Really good effort, the best from Rovers for some time, probably the best in the entire game, if truth be told. And it was a really good save from the joint City boss, Rich McKinnon. His contract, I understand, is up for review at the end of the season, and he'll do his chances of a longer stay in the hot seat no harm at all with that stop. Great save by McKinnon for a fine strike from White. Rovers corner. Disappointing anti-climax for the men in blue and white. And they really do need something very, very soon. I should mention the celebrity linesmen tonight, which have included Luke Wiltshire and Mark McCammon. Two Bristol City first team players, of course. They've described it as the highlight of their careers, to be in a team of officials with Tony Monks. It's Rovers looking for one back now, and they've made a game of it. It's 2-1. Fine strike with 15 minutes left. No chance for Rich McKinnon. Perfect finish. Tucks into the corner. And the goal hero for Rovers is Chris Watkins. The Rovers number 10. Well, that's made it interesting. So we enter the last 15. Really good run from Watkins. And the finish was true. Rovers have been so much better in this second period. A bit ambitious there from Filter, but a goal had been coming. Watkins, who scored the first Rovers goal last year, has given his team a lifeline in the 2006 version of the Bristol Fans Derby. Really good goal. And that's made it interesting. Time was beginning to ebb away from this Rovers team. Now we've got a game on. Bayliss needed a bit of help at the back. Rovers showing perhaps the better stamina. We've said it's a younger team, and they're lasting the pace pretty well. Starting to stretch this City defence now, after the Reds had dominated most of the early proceedings. It's a great flick. Useful effort too. But off target from Gareth Ball. Gareth Ball, known as Whoosh. Remember Nicky Tanner and his silky skills at Twerton Park. Gareth, dead ringer for Frank Lampard, I'm told, and probably earn a few quid pretending to be him, as long as the two aren't seen together kicking a ball. Bit of potential with the ladies apparently, but instead Gareth is single and works as a manager at Asda. That doesn't look like a joke, that looks like a piece of serious information for once, which is a bit of a shock. And a credit to his colleagues, both at work and at play. Little in-joke there for anyone who knows Asda. City with the free kick then. Taken by Matt Tancock, useful delivery in that area between goalkeeper and defence, but well taken by James. Underhill strongly in. Underhill again. I'm not sure if it quite complies with FIFA rulings to have headwear like that, but we'll try not to report him to Zurich. If Mr. Blatter wants to see the tape, we'll keep it firmly in the Screen Soccer archive. A useful ball forward. And it was White bearing up to take the shot. Gareth Ball's in there as well. And White actually was just behind, but yeah, good Rovers move again. City hanging on a bit in the final 10 minutes or so. Yet another change. It's like the magic roundabout here. Mottraville coming back on for Rovers, replacing Bayliss. And Aaron Watts back into the action too. Busy night for Keith Valley. And finally on for City, it's my man Paul Green. Might break for Green here. And Jarvis back into the action too for City. This is Tancott, is to have a shot down below me. Would have been a bit of a special one. White winning the throw off Lansdowne. This is Jarvis. That's a fantastic ball down the middle. And the shot a bit tame in the end from Paul Green. Really good ball from Jarvis, perfectly weighted for BS3 Red in his home postcode tonight to slot home, but he couldn't quite find the finish. It's a great ball for White. Oh, I thought he was going to take it a bit earlier. Let it bounce again, and he was going away from goal. It was a beautifully lofted ball. And White holds his head in his hands as that chance goes begging. Just 8 minutes left now. And I don't think Rovers can rely on as much stoppage time as there was last year. Well, I thought Aaron Watts had already come back on, but I must admit my head's spinning with all these changes. And off goes the fair-haired Adam Craig, Monmouth division of BRFC. Rovers in with another great chance here, just ahead of Filter though. I should just mention about Adam Craig. He failed his McFly tribute band audition and has fallen back on his other sideline of playing for the Rovers Forum team. Perhaps a rival for Lewis Haldane, the boy band representative in the Rovers first team. Really strong finish to the game from this Rovers side. Still hope that they can get back into this match and force an extension to the play.
Is it straight to penalties? It's like extra time, isn't it?
Well, this is Jarvis. Picked his spot carefully, but in the end, the shot going too close to Matt James. Ball helped on by Watkins, the Rovers goal scorer. A fine strike it was. City remaining solid. Jarvis in there again. Oh, looking to kill the ball. He's won a corner at least. It'll be Tancock to take the kick. Matt Tancock, a pacey player, a good finisher, but he's hoping the game doesn't go to penalties. His mum said he's got to be back in bed by 10. Well, he almost sealed an early finish. Young Matt there, just out of nappies. Dexter Snedden, waiting for his moment. That's great play from Snedden. Thierry Henry liking, is that a penalty? Yes, it is. No doubt about the decision. Snedden working some magic down the left for City. Took the ball along the byline. And a clear penalty decision. He was upended as he bore down on Matt James's goal. City with a chance to seal it. Matt Tancock, who we've already seen from dead ball situations tonight. Oh, it's a great save. Tancock denied by Matt James. Hit it pretty centrally. And Matt James, the hero for Rovers, he's kept them in this Bristol Fans Derby 2006. Looked like game, set and match for City there, but they've got to wait a bit longer. Bit of tension creeping into the City camp. They cannot believe they've blown that opportunity. Clear penalty decision. Tony Monks continues a faultless performance. I wish we had a few referees like him the other side of town in League Two. He looks to be of a good standard. Some joke decisions the lower down the divisions you go. City League One, of course. Rovers a division lower and at times comical officiating, but you won't hear Tony saying that. They all stick together in Masonic style with dodgy handshakes and weird routines involving nipples. But that's not for me to say. No, Tony's done a great job out there. Well, Rovers looking to break again. Oh, it's just played a little too far ahead of him by Gareth Ball. And it's been a tough night out there for these players on this big Ashton Gate pitch. Lansdowne, the goal hero for City in the first half, going down with cramp. Rovers ringing the changes once more. James Goodlett, the fair-haired number 12, coming on, works in a leisure centre as a lifeguard. His childhood hero was David Hasselhoff, and so James wanted a career rescuing people. According to James, Bradley Stoke Leisure Centre isn't quite as glamorous as Baywatch was on TV, but the over 65s lane is the highlight to any week on swimming night. And a glamorous life some of these players lead. Carmel Electra due to pop in very soon, we understand. It really is a tough night for Keith Valley. He's probably looking like me now, saying, where the hell is number 13 for City? Nobody knows. Keith, ever the professional, just glossed over it, left a pause. Years of match day experience, and just let people make their own minds up. Well, number 13 is on for City. We don't know who he is. I'm sure he's a nice lad who's been brought up very well indeed. Rovers looking to pick out Aaron Watts there, joining the attack in the closing stages, winning the corner for Rovers into the last minute of normal time now. Fantastic night again here. This fans' derby's produced some really close games. Nothing in it between these sides once more. Rovers looking to get back in. Filter just denied there, and he's down. Posset Gas picks himself up off the floor, and the flag is up. Drink up beside her, the City anthem already being heard in anticipation of a City win. Another member of the Reds team though down with cramp. Well, it really has been a very evenly contested game. City the pick of the first half, but Rovers have really pulled out all the stops in the second period, made a genuine contest of it. And still they've not given up hope. I don't know if we'll get the neon sign tonight telling us how much stoppage time there'll be. Not that we can ever read it anyway. But it's nice for the fourth official to be involved. Certainly that penalty, had it been converted by Tancott, would have sealed it for City. Dexter Snedden, the man who won the penalty. It's the man who was attacked by cramp there. Good work from Jarvis, delighting the home fans. City throw. Some really tired legs out there. Ben Palmer just wearily picking himself up off the deck. And I don't want to name drop, but we've just had a call from Jed Pittman.
Hey, Jed?
Okay. I mean, it's not exactly Gary Lineker, but I mean, it's Jed Pittman. Not everyone gets a call from Jed Pittman. He's just phoned. Andy, who's filming, also acting as a liaison man. We couldn't quite, no. Anyway, Jed, be patient, because the game is nearly over, unless Rovers get an equaliser, of course. It could go to another dramatic penalty shootout yet. Well, deep into stoppage time now. 2-1 City lead. They can wrap it up here. Great save by Matt James. He'll be the toast of Hannam tonight with that penalty save, and then a good stop there. If he gets back the Rovers team into the game, he could be shoulder lifted through the high street. Maybe someone will buy him a drink in the Blue Bowl, you never know. But as it is, he's looking like he'll finish as a gallant runners-up, shall we say. That's a phrase that City will know all about from 1990. Now, it's been a terrific game. Bristol Derby's off to get a bad press at first team level. A lot of enmity. The rivalry often pretty bitter, but great sporting contest between these lads tonight, and a good atmosphere around Ashton Gate. It's been a pleasure to be here. And City are the victors. 2 first-half goals scored by Eddie Jarvis on 11 minutes, and then John Lansdowne, an absolute cracker on 26 minutes. Too much for Rovers, whose only reply came through Chris Watkins. A good finish with around 18 minutes to play, but it wasn't enough. Matt James saving a penalty from Tancock to keep the score to 2-1. Rovers still had hope at that stage, but City did enough to win this fixture for the first time ever at Ashton Gate. Their only previous win was across town at the Memorial Stadium. So 2 wins each for these great rivals, and a fantastic occasion for a very worthwhile charity in Hospice's southwest.
The battle will be held in the series speed. That's next to the front shop. The bar will be open, and once the players have to serve shower, etc., they will be at the bar. So no crowds.
Yeah, you're fine then. Okay.
I don't know if there's a trophy. So that's where we'll round up the proceedings tonight then. City the victors. Delight amongst the Robins players, but Rovers also contributing to this fixture. Very narrow again, and never seems to be much in it. City just edging it tonight. Fantastic evening's entertainment. Finished here in the Bristol Fans Derby 2006. City 2, Rovers 1. Good night from us.